YouTube. Back at you again with another video. Today, what we talking about are rims. Damn it. We talking about rims. So let's talk about rims a little bit. Recently, somebody told me that they noticed that the rim was bent or the rim was damaged. And it is damaged and it is bent. Long story short, someone took it for a spin. I got it back. I was riding for practicing, and during my practice session, I went wide. I hit one of those parking curbs, and I thought that caused the bend. Little bit of digging found out that that wasn't the case, but whatever. So I needed to replace the rim. Let me tell you guys, give you guys some suggestions. The Honda CBR650R rim will not fit. The CB650R rim will not fit. What number is that? 2? 3. The Honda CBR650F rim will not fit. So for the last 3 weeks, and what causes it not to fit is the rotors. The CBR650R front rim, if you look at the front rotor, the rotor bolts to the rim using 6 bolts. The CBR650R uses 5 bolts. That's the first thing. Second thing, the rotors, if you look at them carefully, they flare out to line up with the calipers. The CBR650R, they don't flare out. Like they line right up. The difference between the CB650 and the CBR650 is, if you look at it carefully, if you have one, because I don't have many friends that have these types of bikes, so I had to look online and ask a couple of questions. I don't know if this person told me the truth or lied to me, but if it is the truth, it was wrong. The rotor on the CB650 front rim is closer in than it is on the CBR650R. God dog it, man. If this ain't making sense, there's a couple of forums on CBR650R.com. There's some forums online where you can look this stuff up, and I was one of those guys that was in that room just kind of typing away, trying to figure out if I can swap out those front rims, because the bronze front rim or the bronze rims on this bike looks nice. All right, guys, so I don't know what video I was doing when you guys noticed it, but the bend is right here. I was cornering. This is when I thought I caused the rim to get bent. I was cornering, and I had the bike in an extreme angle, and I ended up turning wide, and I hit the curve, and this is where it got bent. But if you look at the rim carefully, it's not just bent here on the lip. It's actually bent here on the inside. It's not a perfect circle. It's actually flared. It's straight here. So when I'm riding, normal riding or commuting riding, if I'm doing 55 miles an hour, the whole front of the bike starts to vibrate and shake violently. And you can really tell I haven't been really riding. The bike has been sitting. It's been sitting for 3 weeks. Because like I said, I had to do some homework before buying a rim. All right, another thing I want to talk about. A lot of people say, oh, just repair it. And the price difference is about $200. To repair this, it'll cost me $180 to get this part fixed. But they use blow torches and this big old wheel thing that kind of hits it here, and it hits it until this part is straight. Same thing for the inside. But the fact that they're using heat worries me a little bit. I think it can weaken this location of the rim, and it's not safe to go anything over 60. I mean, don't get me wrong, I trust my gear. I just don't want to have to use my gear, if that makes sense. So a few people have been telling me, you know what, man, just bite the bullet and just replace the whole rim. It's not that big of a deal. Versus when I ride and any vibration or any bump makes me scared to continue riding, and I end up not wanting to ride with confidence. So what I'm gonna do today, all this talking, is I'm gonna take off this front rim. All right, so I ended up going to Honda's actual website to get this. So keep in mind, to have fixed the front rim, it would have cost me $180 to get the front rim fixed. But because I went to Honda directly and purchased the rim, it ended up costing me about $340, no, 300, what was it, man? It was $317 to replace the rim. So this is a brand new from manufacturer front rim, and it comes with the spacer inside. It comes with both bearings on both. Comes with the bearings on both sides, and it comes with the seal. So all I have to do really is just take the tire and the rotors off, and then put it on this rim, and that's it. Oh, it also comes with the stickers. So really, I don't have to replace anything. You come with the valve stem as well, straight from Honda's website. So what I'll do is I'll post a photo here, so you guys can see the difference between the CBR650R front rim and the CB650R front rim. First, I'm gonna take these off, the clamp bolts, then the calipers on both sides, and then there's a nut in here. And then there's a special tool that's required to take this off that you will need. All right, so these are 10s on both sides. So let me take it off with a 10mm. I'm just gonna loosen everything while the front wheel's on the ground, and then once I lift it up off the ground, we can take this off. And this video is for the people that don't know how to take these off. They're not that hard. And I got the majority of them off. I took off the calipers on both sides. This one is a 7/8. So, and this one's also is not that tight. Let me show you what I mean. I don't know if it should be tight, but once you back this out, it's basically in there. You back this out. And then for the other side is that special tool, like a key. And for this side, here's a part number. I'm not sure if this part number is actually right or good. You see where it's from. I got it off of Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below for this tool, but you will need this tool to take the front rim. This is what the tool looks like. Like this. Your socket goes here or here, and then these go inside. So let me show you what I mean. Oh no, it's a 19. It's a 17. Yeah, it's a 17. So now I'm gonna use a drill. You don't have to, but I'm just going to just to get it over with pretty quick. It's not in there that tight, but it should pop right out. And you guys will be struggle and struggle and struggle. So this bolt's actually supposed to stay in. It helps drive this bolt out. Now to get it out from this point, you just need something to put into this hole and then just pull it right out, and the rim should fall straight down. So let me just do that real quick, because none of you guys told me anything. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna need two hands. One to hold the rim up and the other one to pull this out. Because it just moved. I don't know if it's gonna keep moving it's too much weight on it itself. So let me just take the rim off, and then let's talk about taking these rotors off. I think I should take the rotors off once I get the new rim. All right, when swapping out the rim, don't forget your wheel spacers. If you let those go, ain't no replacing those. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, there are $13 on the Honda's website. So don't lose the wheel spacers. All right, to take these rotors off, I know they're 19-inch pounds, but I want them to go on the same side because of the rotors. The brake pads. So what I'm gonna do, since they're already in the right rotation, or right rotation. It's there. You see it right there. It's in the right rotation. I'm gonna keep it on the old rim. When I install the new rim, I'll just transfer them to the new rim because I know what rotation it's supposed to be in. Welcome back to the party. So this is the bent rim. And as you can see, it was pretty damaged even from the inside. Oh, one more thing I want to tell you guys, man. I found out that this rim of the class, like the CBR and CB650, this rim is weaker than the CB650 rim. Ain't that a shame? I tell you. And then I just had the tire just rewrapped on the new rim. So I'm gonna take these off. If I'm not mistaken, they are T40s. Yeah, T40s. Make sure it's a nice tight fit, nice tight spit. And let me pop those off real quick. See, so the arrow going in this direction, making sure they match, and then I'm just gonna transfer. Really? Transfer the rotor right over, like this. One more thing, I am gonna put Loctite. I'm just transferring the rotor over. So now that I got the rotor over, I'm gonna add some red Loctite real quick. Put these on, and then do the other side. All right, so I torque this side down. Let me take off the other side. I got both rotors back on the wheel, and I did use a torque wrench. Now I'm gonna put all that stuff back together, and then I'm gonna throw it back on the bike, put the whole top part of the bike back together, and then continue on with the rim. Also, guys, I would recommend that you clean off the old grease and apply some new grease. And guys, while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off and add a little bit of grease too. All right, guys, my battery is starting to die, but I'm gonna show you that the same way I took it off is the same way I'm gonna put it back on. Unfortunately, I can't record this part because I don't have a charger with me. So I'm just gonna put the bike back together completely, and that'll be the video.